Hello! Today we will solve a question from the TOEFL reading section. We will practice completing missing letters and finding the correct word. Welcome back to another exciting session where we sharpen your reading skills. In this lesson, we are going to explore a short but historically significant passage about the printing press, and I will guide you through the logic of filling in the missing pieces correctly. If you enjoy learning with us, please take a moment to subscribe to My TOEFL and join our community. Your support helps us create more helpful videos to get you ready for test day. Let us first look at the opening sentence. The invention of the printing press by Johannes Gutenberg around 1440 was a revolutionary event in human history. This sentence sets the stage for the entire paragraph. Notice the phrase revolutionary event. This tells us that the invention of the printing press caused a massive change in the world. Understanding that this was a game-changing moment helps us predict the positive outcomes discussed in the rest of the text. Instead of jumping straight into the blanks, it is often more strategic to gather clues from the following sentences. In complete the words tasks, the missing words often rely on the broader context established by the whole paragraph. By reading the complete sentences first, we can understand the main argument, which prevents us from guessing incorrectly based on limited information. We now move on to the fourth sentence to see the results of this invention. The printing press made information affordable, which helped increase literacy and spread new ideas rapidly. Here, we see the direct benefits. The text says it made information affordable, meaning cheap enough for regular people. This led to two major things. It helped increase literacy, meaning more people could read, and it allowed people to spread new ideas rapidly. Let us turn to the fifth and final sentence, which sums up the historical impact. This technological advance was a key factor in fueling major historical movements like the Renaissance. This concluding sentence connects the invention to a bigger picture. It calls the press a technological advance and notes it was a key factor in starting big changes. Specifically, it mentions major historical movements, such as the Renaissance. This confirms the revolutionary nature mentioned at the start. Now that we understand the context, let us look at the first blank. It allowed for blank mass. The question provides the letter T and contains two missing spaces. We are looking at the phrase mass production. Grammatically, we need a definite article here to specify the noun phrase that follows. The letter T is the start of the most common article in English. Therefore, the word is the. Moving on to the second blank in the sentence. It allowed for the mass blank of written. The question provides the letters P, R, O, and D and contains 6 missing spaces. We have the adjective mass, followed by a word starting with prod. In this context, we are talking about creating books in large quantities. The noun form of produce fits perfectly here. Thus, the word is production. Let us continue to the third blank. It allowed for the mass production of written blank, making. The question provides the letters M, A, T, and E, and contains 5 missing spaces. The text refers to written items. The word starts with mate. A general term for things like documents, books, or papers is needed here. The plural noun that fits this description is materials. Now let us solve the fourth blank. It allowed for the mass production of written materials, making blank widely accessible for the The question provides the letters T and H and contains 2 missing spaces. We need a pronoun here to refer back to the written materials mentioned just before. Since materials is plural, the object pronoun starting with eth must be used. The correct word is them. We are now at the fifth blank. It allowed for the mass production of written materials, making them widely accessible for the blank time. The question provides the letters F and I and contains 3 missing spaces. This is a very common idiomatic phrase, for the time. Since the text describes a revolutionary new event, it implies this had never happened before. The ordinal number starting with phi is first. Let us examine the 6th blank at the start of the next sentence. Blank this. The question provides the letters B, E, and F and contains 3 missing spaces. The sentence shifts to describe how books were copied by hand, which is the old method. We need a time preposition starting with bef, to signal a time prior to the printing press. The word is before. Next, we look at the seventh blank. Before this blank, books were copied by hand, a slow and expensive process. The question provides the letters I, N, V, and E and contains 5 missing spaces. The phrase this refers back to the subject of the paragraph, which is the printing press. In the first sentence, the printing press was called an invention. The letters provided match this noun perfectly. The word is invention. We arrive at the eighth blank. Before this invention, books were copied by hand, a slow and expensive process, blank limited knowledge. The question provides the letters T and H and contains 2 missing spaces. We have a relative clause describing the slow and expensive process. We need a relative pronoun starting with kith to connect the noun process to the verb limited. The correct word is that. Let us solve the ninth blank. Before this invention, books were copied by hand, a slow and expensive process that limited knowledge, blank a small. The question provides the letter T and contains 1 missing spaces. The verb limited is often followed by a preposition indicating who is receiving the restriction. We are saying knowledge was restricted to underscore a specific group. The correct preposition is to. Finally, we reach the 10th blank. Before this invention, books were copied by hand, a slow and expensive process that limited knowledge to a small blank. The question provides the letters E and L and contains 3 missing spaces. We need a noun to describe a small group of people who had access to expensive books. The letters L suggest a word referring to a privileged or superior group. The correct word is elite. Great work today. Remember, when solving these questions, always look for grammatical cues like articles and pronouns and use the surrounding context to predict the meaning of the missing words. Keep practicing this strategy, and I will see you in the next lesson.